All right, guys, this is going to be a quick, easy tutorial for checking your fuel gauge. This is only applied to a 57 Chevy. Could be the same for a 55, 56, or whatever. You just need to know what wires are to what. So let's start. So I got this old gauge assembly, and I wanted to test the fuel gauge. So this is not the one that was in there. The one in my hand is, and one of the wires where I'm pointing is it's broken. You might be able to see it on a big screen TV. Yep, there you go. So I already established this one's not going to work, which was a bummer because it's got a nice back face and a real nice orange pointer. That pointer isn't too happy, but we will address that. So I immediately said, well, this thing's not going to work. Throw it off to the side. Went to my box of treats and I found this one, which looked much better. Now, spinning it around carefully without all my leads falling off. I found that the right side of the gauge, as you're looking at the back of it, is for your power. And then the left one will be your sender that goes to the tank. I did add a external ground lead because, positive, negative, needs to be in effect here. So normally this is grounded in the car when it's bolted to the dash. So spin this back. Now on the tank end of it, I hooked a ground lead just to the one of the I can't remember if this is the return or the sender, but it doesn't matter. It's grounded to the sender here. So the one only lug that comes off of a fuel tank is always the sender. There's no positive that goes to it. It's just the sender, and this is what grounds. I always ground fuel tanks just because of the marine, me being in the marine trade as well. So at that point, I wired it up to a battery. How do you like my little ground post? Pretty cool, huh? There's a little wrench. And so now we will, sorry for all the bouncy, we're going to hook up the positive and let's see what happens. All right. So it's reading almost a quarter tank. You could do this with the float out of the fuel tank, but the guy put it all in and sealed it real well. I didn't feel like pulling it apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me get this attached here so it stays. Totally fumbling here, of course. All right, now I'm going to rock the tank, and you can see the gauge rising. So I'm going to knocking on the tank so I can get the gauge to read a little bit further. So with the tank leaning over, I feel pretty confident this is going to be, what I'm going to do next is going to be taking the tank and flipping it over, and that's going to simulate the fuel sender as it's completely full. So let me do that. Put this down for a second. How about I put it on the tripod? hope I didn't just burn out my gauge. Just grounded it out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pick up the tank and flop it over. So that's reading just about full. And then I'm going to take the tank and rock it back. That's empty. And this is me rocking the tank. Well, it's almost reading full. Yeah, I don't know why that's not reading full now, but we gotta work it out. Maybe if I... Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a full reading on this. I don't want to say the way it's set up because this is how it's going to be wired. But you know what? You're just gonna. This is an old gauge. You're just gonna have to take note that that's going to be full, and when it's getting down to E, you want to start putting gas in the damn thing anyway. It's all the way down. So there you go. The most